What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another vlog. We're at the gym, as you can see, and we're about to hit some back and biceps. So we're still waiting on my coach to send over the program, the diet, and the workout plan. It's Monday, January 13th, and the goal was to start at the beginning of the year, but it was my birthday this past weekend, so we're kind of just now starting, kicking off the program. So stay tuned. We're about to get locked in here pretty quick. So yeah, honestly, today feels like the official start of the new year of working out, getting back into the groove of just your nutrition. And I'll tell you what, if you don't meal prep your food, you're already behind of the week. That's one key that I would suggest anyone who's trying to start a fitness journey is meal prep is everything, just to ensure your success throughout the week. That's the main important thing. But yeah, excited to lock in here soon with a nice little program to just follow, get my mind focused on just training hard and taking advantage of the new year. So honestly, like my whole life, I've had like good shoulder mobility and never really had any shoulder pain or issues up until like recently. So I'm 28 now, and the more I'm doing shoulders, the more I'm starting to feel like joints and all that stuff, like my socket of my shoulder. It's just starting to hurt now. So really want to take my time with warming up, getting my shoulders nice. And even if I'm doing like legs or back day, like I still want to make sure my shoulders are nice and warm. All right, time to warm up. I like this machine because it's just a heavy compound lift. Gets my back nice and warm. When I first started working out, I always did like a solid 3 heavy compound lifts. I got good at them, practiced them, and I really learned good form and technique with heavy compound movements. And then after that, I would probably just do like 1 to 3 isolation movements. I think that's how I grew too, because compound movements work multiple muscle groups at once rather than just isolated one muscle group. Definitely don't neglect your compound movements and get them in. Still warming up. Forgot the headphones today. Big mistake. Third set, well, this is technically like my first working set. So I did 2 decent warm-ups. Now it's gonna be a solid working set of heavy weight here. And my goal is just to control the weight anywhere from like 6 to 8 reps. Yeah, I felt that one for 8 reps. One thing that really helps me honestly lift heavier weight is when my base is snug, tight, and secure. And what I mean by that is the seat here. So I just want to make sure this pad is nice and secure so that I can really hold myself down. Because the biggest challenge when doing weight like this is really just holding yourself down, because the weight just wants to pull you right out of your seat. These shoes aren't the best shoes for working out. So we're gonna go ahead and try and go barefoot here. And I kind of have some back pain at the moment, but when it comes to having injuries or pain and stuff like that, I say, depending on how bad it is, obviously if it's really bad, you probably want to rest, recover, heal, take some time to heal, right? But if it's something you can still work with or work around, definitely still get your workout in. I'm gonna try and do bent over rows, but just not go super heavy, but really focus on good form and technique. This is the stuff that helps you grow, push past your limits, and I love this exercise anyway, so we're gonna give it a shot. Put on the belt, just keep my core and my lower back nice and tight. Still warming up here, just got the 25s on. Just gonna focus on good form, technique, really try and squeeze the back. See, don't feel any back pain at all. Belt definitely helps, but I think the way I'm also getting in the position, I'm like relying on my legs, my hamstrings to kind of hold me up rather than my lower back. So people ask me all the time, Nate, are you gonna hop back on stage? And obviously I would love to. I always like the discipline and the journey of being on prep. But because I know the amount of load it takes and commitment, time, money, energy, all that good stuff, I think at the moment of season of life, as far as where I'm at, I don't think is the most wisest thing to do. I could send it. I could probably try and compete, but another thing to consider, if you want to take it to the next level, it's worth considering whether or not to stay natural. And that is another big aspect as to competing for me. I think getting my IFBB card, pro card one day would be awesome, but I always question myself, at the risk of what? At the stake of what? If I think about longevity wise, apart from looking good, getting my pro card, maybe even increasing my followers on Instagram, whatever, is it really worth it? I see so many guys who take gear, and it's crazy. When they were natural, they almost look better than they were when they took gear, because taking gear really can just make you look insane. So there's a lot to consider. If I do hop on stage, at least for the next time, it'll definitely be natural. I feel like I still have room to grow. I'm 28 now, so still under 30, but just a big commitment. I've already done like 3 shows in my career and did really well at them. So again, if I'm gonna do a show, if I wanna actually win the overall, because I've been competing against guys who weren't natural. Being able to compete against guys who aren't natural and actually win is huge, but sometimes there just really is no chance against them. So that's another thing to consider. Sometimes I've been liking the 2 sets good. Sometimes less is almost better, especially when I'm like ego lifting or I'm training with somebody and the motivation's super high, the intensity's super high. We'll do like 3, 4 sets, but sometimes good solid 2, as long as they're a good set. You don't want to just do like 2 sets of like bad sets where you're not really pushing yourself, but 2 solid sets to failure is good. So we're gonna move on with that set. Short guys like me, which I'm not really short, I'm only 5'10". So when you hang out with guys who are taller than you, they'll make fun of you. But for those of you who are on the short ends, guarantee they have something like this with the machine like this. Prop it down. What you do is you just use it as your little step stool here. So you can get up and reach the bars. Last one for the pull-ups. Let's talk about the current physique right now. I mentioned in my other video we're sitting around like 15%, but I say give or take probably like 13 to 16 to give a good range, because I do have some poor excess belly fat. Obviously, I'm not mad about it, right? Still feel and look good, but I want to be completely just lean, super lean. Not like single digit body fat, because that's super hard to maintain, but like a solid 10 to 12, like not be ashamed, not feel like I have to worry about how I look if I was to take off my shirt or walk around the house shirtless. Like I'm just super, super lean. That is the goal, to get down to like 10%. If I'm at 15, then that's just about 5% more to go. But the last 5 to 7% body fat is the hardest to get rid of. Hitting my coach up, I'm gonna dial in the nutrition. We may implement some carb cycling, which in my case I found to be very effective when it comes to building or maintaining muscle mass while getting rid of the excess body fat. That means it's gonna come with a very strict diet, so we're gonna have to really stick with it. We're gonna have to use a lot of mental motivation and drive and bring out the old dog in me if we're going to really stick with it. Guys, notice like close my eyes a lot when I work out during the set, because honestly when I close my eyes I can feel like the contractions better. I'm focused, I'm not worrying about anything or anyone else around me, and just focused on the muscle. When I'm closing my eyes during the whole set, I feel like that's when you're locked in, feeling the muscle contraction, you're feeling the stretch, the burn, you're giving yourself mental talks and telling yourself, let's go, push yourself. It's all the little things, man, you know, the little things matter and they all add up. But be careful when you close your eyes, because you don't want any injuries or accidents. Well, that's a wrap. Little mini back and bicep workout. I just did basically like 4 or 5 exercises for back and 2 solid bicep workouts. That's really all you need, as long as you're having like good quality sets. If you're not pushing yourself, if you're not using decent to heavy weight, then I would say probably do more. But when you're focused, when you're dialed in, you have the intensity high, you can actually do less volume when it comes to training. So see you guys at home. Hi.
Try to see. Are you filming?
Yeah, we're filming. All right, it's time to load up on some post-workout shake protein. 30 grams right here. Hi, boys. What you guys doing? You playing your video games? Nice. You ready to go to baseball? Dad. Oh, it's okay. Okay. What'd you do, Oscar? Bro, you just saw him Saturday. Remember, he was there with us? I know, he's just funny. It's okay. Are you sorry? Well, you got chips? You got chips? Show daddy your chips. He's looking away. Okay, we're gonna go in the other room. Silly boy. Let's show you guys what we're working with real quick. So I just sent my coach some pictures of me currently. This is what we're currently sitting at here. Front pose, side, and back. So we just like to kind of trim the belly fat a little bit. Obviously this is not flexing, so if I flex you could probably see the abs more, but I just want to do it raw. It's funny because this is exactly what I have my clients do. I just tell them to send me progress photos every single week. This is what we do. And every single week we assess any adjustments, or how did the week go? Did we stay on track? Did we fall off track, etc.? So progress like this is super important to measure when you're doing something like a program or a fitness journey, because you can track to see, number one, whether or not you're getting results, and two, just documenting the journey. That's the fun part, is just one day, let's say in 6 months, I'll be able to look back and see how far I've come. And that's really cool to see just the slow and steady progress and transformation over the few months. And it's crazy just what the body can do and how it can just change like that. So here it is. This is a 182. Now I don't have like a body fat measurement, but again, probably sitting around like closer to 15, maybe 14. So anyways, that's what I'm looking at right now. Again, we're gonna start the meal plan soon. Just waiting on my coach to finalize our nutrition plan and also cardio plan too. So once we get that locked in, we'll be able to start. So we'll keep you guys in the loop. We're gonna do a quick posing session just to kind of get a post-workout flex session in and practice some of my posing, because I think posing is important when sort of presenting the physique. It's all cool when you get to build muscle and stuff like this, but to actually see like the full potential of your physique and the progress that you made is really cool. If you don't flex and look at yourself in the mirror, then kind of not pointless, obviously, but you kind of miss out on seeing your max potential of what you look like when you go all out and just squeeze every muscle, right? So we're gonna do that real quick and then call it a day. Our goal is to post at least once per week, and with that we're going to do check-ins with you guys. We're going to show you the physique. I'll show you guys updates. We'll do posing, maybe bring you along a workout. It'd be cool to get my coach in on this too. I did ask him if he's open to doing a quick workout with us, mic him up, ask him certain questions. His English was not his first language, I believe, so he's got a strong accent, but I kid you not, this guy is like the Dominican Republic version of The Rock, and I can't wait for that to happen. Hopefully maybe next week we can make that happen for you guys, but nonetheless, let's get to some posing. So yeah, see, definitely lower core, and for some reason the back just likes to hold on for dear life. So thing with like body fat is genetics, body types. You do not have a choice as to where the body fat goes. Your body determines that. And the same thing goes with how you get rid of it. The belly fat, if you start losing weight, may be the last area that your body wants to actually take away from. You may take away from the legs, the upper body, the shoulders, the chest, then your glutes. And then your lower body may be the last part that it starts hacking away at. So that's why sometimes people are like, I can never get rid of belly fat. Well, it's because you haven't dieted consistently long enough. This is where we're sitting at. Obviously, I am not mad, just would like to tighten everything up and just get a little bit more defined when it comes to the core. So muscle mass is there. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Time to lock in, baby. 2025 is your year as well, our year. Let's take advantage. Let's take a hold of this year. Grind, focus, tunnel vision, and see you guys on the other side and in the next video.
Got you, bro. Watch your head.